All right, guys, moving on to our next bit of news today. This comes to us from Variety, and this is not new news. However, there was a trailer recently dropped by HBO Max. I think it was this morning, today. The Fresh Prince of Bel Air reunion. We kind of knew it was happening for a little while. Will Smith tweeted this photo out, a few months ago, but now we have our actual first look, our first trailer, our first taste at what the Fresh Prince of Bel Air reunion is actually going to be like. And you guys, I gotta say, I am really looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this. One of the most important things to me, I misspoke. Not the most important thing, but one of the things that I'm looking forward to most, I love having these roundtables where people sit and discuss and talk in depth and very candidly. I think that candidly, that is a thing that we don't get a lot of, or we don't get much of in the Hollywood industry or business. A lot of Hugh Jackman was very famously kind of quoted and paraphrased when speaking of the first Wolverine standalone film. I think it was X-Men Origins Wolverine. We all know that movie is a heaping pile of garbage, and to hear an actor kind of validate our feelings, or somebody who worked on the film to validate our feelings a little bit, is so refreshing. But it so rarely happens. It so rarely happens. So in this trailer for The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they're not doing a reunion show where they're, reprising their roles as, the characters from the show. It's a whole group of them getting together to talk about their experiences working on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What's the backstory? How did it start? Will Smith wasn't an actor, and James Avery, who played his uncle in the show, helped and coached him along to become a decent actor and the great actor that we now know today. This is the type of reunion that I love to see. It's not, like I said, they're not reprising their roles. It's not going to be this cheesy, campy, hey, now it's 20, 30 years later, and here we are coming back for an event of some sorts. I love this idea. I think this is really going to work. It has a huge fan base, and I think HBO Max is really going to benefit from this. Chris, have you seen the trailer? And what do you think of this idea of the cast of Fresh Prince coming back to do a reunion show?
I think it's great. I mean, it'll be great to see everyone and see them chat. I agree with you. I'd prefer to see actors sit around and talk as opposed to trying to recapture something that may have been lost. I think the closest show that got to doing the perfect reunion was Seinfeld on Curb Your Enthusiasm, because they were able to sort of break down what that would look like. And yet you still got to see Seinfeld, which was fun. So yeah, I think it'll be really interesting. Fresh Prince was a really fun show when it was out originally. I think that Will Smith is a very inspirational figure in terms as a human being and an actor, and he's a great reminder to other actors not to rest on their laurels. I think a lot about, there's a great Will Smith story about when he first got Fresh Prince. I think it was like maybe within the first season or so, one of the actors, I don't remember which actor, but one of the actors on the show came to him and they said, look, you've got a choice, and that choice is you can either be here on set, and this is this thing that you're doing, and you're this like young hip hop artist. And at the time, Hollywood was recruiting a lot from the hip hop community. And this will be the only thing you ever do. And maybe the show will be canceled, and maybe it won't. Or you can take this opportunity, really buckle down, study, become a better actor, and make something of yourself. And I remember, I want to say after the second year or so, I remember watching an interview with him where the interviewer asked, well, what goals do you have? And he said, I want to open the number one movie in the United States. It's never been done by a black man, and I want to do that. And I remember I think the interviewer actually kind of chuckled and went, oh, okay. Because he was just a TV star, and he was essentially like maybe, I think, considered kind of a one-hit wonder in terms of a hip-hop artist, because I don't think Summertime had come out yet. And so they sort of chuckled at him, and he kept at it, and he kept studying, and he eventually not opened one, but I think he had the top movie 3 years in a row on the 4th of July in the late 90s. So He's a very
he
inspirational figure.
I am always constantly in awe of Will Smith and his hustle. You know, the just was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. One of Will Smith's cousins, just so happens to be a friend of mine, and he was commenting on the show in the live comments. It's constantly is a source of inspiration to me. I mean, he hasn't always done the best movies. I mean, what was the Planet whatever that Earth After Earth? Yeah.
After Earth.
Uh complete
After.
complete
Yeah.
ball of garbage.
After Earth.
I mean, he sometimes he doesn't do the best films, but also sometimes he does. What was it? Happiness, Pursuit of Happiness. My goodness,
Hmm.
what an inspirational story to be portrayed. Even just his portrayal of Ali, you know, Muhammad Ali, won him Best Actor. Um, and I don't know, he's one of those guys, and especially like one of the things that's going around in all the trades, or it has been going around in the trades. It's older news at this point, but you know, the rough and tumble relationship between he and his wife, and how, you know, there was a little bit of infidelity, and how they came together and worked to work through this problem, like so many other people would have, you know, being put in that kind of a situation or scenario. All right, bye. See ya. I'm not going to deal with this. You're done. I'm done with you. But it really, I think, like, it's a testament to their marriage, to their relationship, to their family, and, you know, to everyone around them. That these are the kind of people, specifically speaking about Will Smith, but he is the kind of person that goes the extra mile. He knows what is at stake. He knows what his own value is. He knows what his wife's value is, his fans and everything. And he, to your point, Chris, he puts in that extra effort. That is a ludicrous concept. Let's rewind back to 1992. Let's turn the clocks back a little bit. What a ludicrous thought and idea. You know, I think what would be today's equivalent? Maybe someone who's a mediocre YouTube star that kind of like, oh, we're gonna put you on, we're gonna make a silly little sitcom about you and your situation, you know, and to say, I want to be like the number one best actor, you know, highest grossing film of the year, kind of a thing. Like, that is a ridiculous ask. That's a ridiculous ask.
And if Right, and if you think about the show itself, the show was basically just a retelling of the Beverly Hillbillies.
I never thought of it like that, but yeah.
It's the exact
Yeah.
same concept.
Mm-hmm.
It's the exact same concept. And so yeah,
Anyway, like I'm always
I just blew your mind.
well, you know, because I just finished watching the TV show Schitt's Creek, and somebody commented that Schitt's Creek is basically just the Beverly Hillbillies in reverse. It's just backwards, and it was kind of like, again, it just blew my mind. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah. That's exactly what that show is. But anyway, guys, question for you is, are you looking forward to the new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion on HBO Max? Is it the kind of thing that you were expecting? I will admit, it was not the kind of thing that I was expecting, but it's the kind of thing that I'm excited for. Are you excited for it? Jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. All right, guys, everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this video, click like. If you really like this video, click subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, click share, because that is exactly what Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles would want you to do. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.